Good morning. My name is Robert McCormick. I'm on the faculty at Michigan State University College of Law. My wife Amy is also on the faculty. She's with me here this morning. And I wanted to just speak briefly about our presentation this morning at the panel. We first became interested in some of these problems about 6 or 7 years ago, watching the annual men's basketball tournament, March Madness, and we noticed that the NCAA continuously ran ads indicating that the student athletes would all be going pro in something else, and we wondered why the NCAA was devoting so much time and resources to sending this message out to the public. At the same time, Amy was reading Walter Byers' book. He was the longtime executive director of the NCAA, and we learned that the term student athlete, the actual term student athlete, was invented by the NCAA after a Colorado Supreme Court decision ruled that a young man who had been injured playing football at the University of Denver was actually an employee of his university and entitled to workers' compensation under Colorado workers' compensation law. After that, the NCAA insisted that all schools use that term student athlete. That led us then to our current research.
Right. All this led us to research the issue of what counts as an employee under law. And we looked at that definition and we concluded, based on the lives of the student athletes, that student athletes in revenue-generating sports, football and men's basketball, in our view, really ought to be viewed as employees legally. Once we looked at that, we began to notice that this kind of employee, the student athlete, is generating a lot of revenue, but of course they're not allowed to share in that revenue due to NCAA amateurism rules. So our later work is a critique of those amateurism rules. And we point out that a very high percentage in those revenue-generating sports of the athletes are African American. So you have African American athletes generating a huge amount of revenue in these sports. That revenue goes to pay salaries of predominantly European American administrators.